I think he's underrated by a lot of people. A lot of people said that he doesn't have he shouldn't be there fighting for a world title, but I totally disagree. He has beaten everybody. He's undefeated in UFC. And as a proud champion, I want to fight the best guy in the sport. And I think Dan Hardy is one of these guys. And for me, in my book, I take him very seriously. And I truly believe he's the most dangerous guy that I've fought so far. I know we've been trash talking, but I don't mind trash talking. It's easy to do. Fighting, it's another thing. Maybe I'm an easy guy to trash talk against, but I'm a hard guy to fight, and he's gonna find out March 27th. To tell you the truth, you need guys like him. You know, if everybody would be a nice guy, it would be pretty boring. You need guys that try to get under people's skin. You know, and I think it's part of the game. You know, it's good for promotion too. And I mean, but people know that I'm French speaking. You know, if I start getting involved into a trash talking war, I'm gonna finish second because my English is not good first, and also it's not my style. I come from a traditional martial art background, and respect is the number one thing. So I never trash talk nobody. If everybody would be nice guy and they would all say good things about each other, it would not be, no animosity would be created. I think it's good. I mean, he's more seen like a little bit gang. He has more like a bad side, you know, and I think that's all good, you know. He has a nice style. To tell you the truth, I like his style, you know. It's obviously it's a different style than mine, but I like it. It's like it's very colorful, and it creates animosity. I like that. To tell you the truth, all my favorite fighter to watch are not the more gentle people. I like to watch Tito Ortiz. I like to watch, I like those guys. I like Phil Baroni. I like those guys that talk a lot of trash. Even though I'm not like that, but I like to see them fight. It's very entertaining. I'm the opposite, and also when I have people that trash talk a lot about me, it boosts up my adrenaline. It pushes me to train harder. And like when I fought BJ Penn, he said a lot of bad things about me. He get into a little bit into it get very personal with me, and it boosts me up so much. It was the best thing that he could have done for me. He started saying that I'm not a fighter. I'm just a great athlete, and he's gonna beat me because he's a fighter. That's something that he can think, but I truly believe that. First, he's right. I don't consider myself as a fighter in everyday's life. I'm not a fighter. You're never gonna see me fight in the street. I'm a mixed martial art artist, and in the UFC and actually in the sport of mixed martial art, there is a lot of fighter, but a few mixed martial art artists, and that's one of the reasons why I'm gonna beat him the 27th of March, because I'm a mixed martial art artist, and that's something much different than a fighter. I use that adrenaline not actually to fight him the night of the fight. I use that adrenaline to train. Mm-hmm. I train in the fear that my opponent train harder than I. And when a guy talk a lot of trash, I'm a very proud person. That's one of my greatest quality and one of my biggest issue. When a guy talk a lot of trash, because I'm a very proud person, I don't want to lose to a guy that talk a lot of trash, because I'm very proud. I don't want to get humiliated. Mm-hmm. So it pushed me to train harder. So that's how I see it. It pushed me to train harder. Not really in the fight. He's not going to make me lose my mind during the fight, but he's going to make me train harder. I don't think being gentle is boring. I think I don't need to trash talk to build up the fight. I can give credit to somebody, like I can build up a fight by saying the truth. I mean, that's the truth. A lot of people underestimate him, and I think it's a fact. I mean, people doesn't give him enough credit, and I think I don't need to insult him to build up the fight. I mean, if it's that's the way you think, he can try to insult me, but like I say, he's gonna just make me give me more motivation to beat him. Right. I mean, he's gonna talk, I'm gonna answer. You know, I'm not a coward. You know, I'm not gonna let myself get insulted, but I'm not gonna get it personal. There is a line that I would never cross. There is a line I would never cross. I don't get personal. If he cross that line, he's gonna cross it alone. I'm gonna talk. You know, if you talk to me, I'm gonna answer back. Of course, I'm not I don't know the word in English, but I'm not somebody that's gonna let himself humiliated. But I'm somebody that has a line of ligne de conduite. You know what I mean? Conduct. You know, there is a line that I don't cross during the talking, and that's myself. That's my character. I don't cross that line. Hardy is good on the ground too. He's doing with Eddie Bravo. He's good standing up too, but he's good, but I'm not afraid of him standing up. People think I'm gonna bring the fight on the ground. I'm not afraid of him standing up. You know, it's a mixed martial art fight. I'm allowed to do it. I'm allowed to do it all, but I'm not gonna run away. I respect his strength, but I'm not afraid of him. Like Thiago Alves, like a lot of people said he was the best striker in my division, and even if he would have taken this fight if he would have scored this fight as a kickboxing match, I would have beat him. You know, I'm not a Darardi has a strength, and I would not say he has weaknesses because he's pretty well rounded, but he have stuff that he do that he's pretty good at, and stuff that he's good, but he's maybe not as good. But I'm not afraid to go toe to toe against him. You know.